Welcome to JHart Modelworks. Join me as I unbox the Revell 1940 Ford Custom Pickup for Charlie Mac's Pearl Harbor 80th Anniversary Group Build. Welcome to my workbench. Let's get started. Alright guys, Justin here with JHart Modelworks, and with the Dino done, it is time to move on to our next project on the bench. Now, as some of you are aware, because I've only mentioned it several times now, I am going to be participating in my very first group build. I'm rather excited. Mr. Charlie Mac is going to be hosting the 80th anniversary of the Pearl Harbor group build. Now, the rules, as I understand them, is you can build anything you want from any category as long as the subject matter was produced before December 7th, 1941. And so I am going to choose Revell's 1940 Ford Custom Pickup. Some instructions. We have one bag of parts. Now, this is a used kit, and it's apparently been around the block. There are a lot of parts that are loose. We have another bag of white plastic. We have our chrome sprue, which I have some plans for. We have a clear sprue. In my box, I have a random lower suspension piece, and I don't know if this belongs to this kit or if this just got in there in somebody's stash, because this bag is not open. And I don't see any parts broken off or missing. So this may just be random, but I'm going to hang on to it just in case. We have our decals. We'll have a better look at these later. And we got some tires, half of which are already off. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all unbagged so we can take a closer look. And in the meantime, while I'm doing that, you guys can take a look at the instructions. Alright guys, while we're dealing with the paper, let's go ahead and knock out the decal sheet real quick. Have some dashboard decals. Looks like we get a couple of gauge options. Some Ford logos. Some white walls that we won't use. Lots of nice flames. Couple of license plates, maybe. We do have a little bit of yellowing going on, but not a whole lot. I'm not going to use most of these anyhow. If you want to do the wood bed, you've got your wood bed right here. Wood for the side boards. If you want to do a painted bed, they do the metal stripes. Oh no, not bad. We're probably using that right there out of the entire sheet. Maybe some of this, but I doubt it. From there, we're going to move on to the chrome sprue. Doesn't look bad, but I got a lot of plans that don't involve this chrome, so fairly nice wheels. Got some kickoffs for the wheels, valve covers. Headlight bezels. They chromed the belt. Okay. Grill is nice and clean. Door handles are nice. Tops of the radiators. Very cool. Looks like we got some tools. Various other odds and ends. Another wrench there. So a socket wrench maybe. Nice. This is the sprue that's got a bunch of pieces broken off of it. This gives me some concerns. The doors are separate from the body. Typically, we'll add that to the loose parts box. Typically, when the doors open and close, it's gimmicky and it doesn't work. If any of you guys have built this kit, let me know how well these doors work out. Got a firewall, engine. My understanding is that this is for the hood. We'll make it so the hood can come up and down. I probably won't be using that because, well, I'm not a fan. The rest of the loose bits from that sprue. We have our hood. Pretty nice, a little flash in there. Stuff to be cleaned up. Not sure if those are meant to be like that. There are some ejector pins back here. This is where the hood's supposed to sit on that latch. Guess it goes something like that, maybe? I don't know. What you could do, these are thick enough, you could drill these, put some magnets in here, and just put some metal sheets right here in these corners. Then you'd be able to open and close it and remove it. That's a thought. Maybe we'll do that. Our other door. And some part of the bed. I think this is the front. That'll sit up against the cab, and then that's the... Alright. Next sprue we have mostly the bed is what it looks like. Yep. Not bad. Our dashboard. So that's dashboard number 1, the old school dashboard. And then this is dashboard number 2 with your hot rod gauges. Not sure which way I want to go with that. Bed rails. Nice wood texture on those. I believe these are the parts that make up the hinges. Bed cover, floor pan, fairly nice. Radiator. It's interesting that they stamp some of the part numbers on the part. Of our slide boards, or our step boards. And our wheel backs. So far everything's really clean. Not seeing a whole lot of flash. We have our frame. Steering wheel's okay. This is something I'm not a super fan of. The kit has one side of the exhaust and it's molded in. I'm going to be changing this. I'm going to take this out. I want dual exhausts on here. Also means, get back to this engine block, I did not think that there were headers because I didn't see any headers anywhere on this kit. These little lumps are the headers. It literally just goes into this pipe. And what's interesting is that there's a pipe that goes here and it comes around the engine to go up into here. So I guess that's the stub out where the exhaust would go down to the mufflers and out. But there's no part to go out. And these are not like the best molding. I honestly didn't realize that was a separate part. It's also going to be annoying trying to paint those to change those up. But because I plan on doing these as a split dual exhaust, I'm probably going to cut this about here somewhere, get rid of this crossover altogether, and basically custom make my exhaust coming out. So I'm going to have to get rid of that as well. But I'll make my exhaust from there. So that's going to be quite a bit of work. Well, that should be fun, maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. We have our doors. Our rear suspension. This kit is weird, by the way. I've looked at the instructions. It has a 4-link suspension in the front with no real way to steer the wheels side to side. And then it has this in the back. So this truck, I guess, only goes straight. There's our old style battery. We may be changing that out. My scratch built an Optima red top or something. Who knows? This is that 4-link, in fact, for the front suspension. One of our seats. That diamond texture is really nice. We'll do something with that. We have the fenders here, as well as the bed. So that's part of the chassis. Very nice. There's our rear fenders. And we have the cab. Yeah, we've got some texture up in here. It's going to be interesting to try to get that painted. We'll just have to see what happens as we go to building it. Again, these have me really concerned about the fit. I don't know. Like I said, y'all tell me if y'all built this kit and if these doors actually work or not. Or if I'm better off just gluing them in. Definitely some mold seams right across there we're going to have to deal with. For the most part, this is pretty clean though. Well, I have not seen front suspension piece anywhere else in any of the other parts, so I'm going to have to assume that this is part of that suspension, which is weird because there are no parts missing off this tree. The instructions show this is a part 116 and is not chrome. When you start getting chrome parts, they've got an asterisk next to them. This has the color semi-gloss black, which leads me to think this may not belong to this kit. So it turns out that this is, in fact, not the correct front cross member. I do need to give a quick shout out to old Tom, Rambler69, for pointing out that this was a rebox of an old monogram kit, and I was able to find somebody's somewhat started glue bomb fairly cheap on the Evil Bay so that I could get a hold of this right here. Now the front leaf spring sits in front, so these actually would not have lined up at all. This one is considerably wider, it's thinner, and the way this sits up into the chassis, the glue point is right here, so it would need to be kicked. I think it actually kicks forward slightly. Maybe it kicks back, I forget. Also, there's points in here where that front forelink is going to glue into place. So those are kind of necessary. I didn't have anything like that on here, so I wasn't real sure how I was going to get that to work out. But I don't have to worry about that because I was able to get the correct part. Thank you, Tom. Our clear parts, which are pretty clear. Some nice detail. And we have our tires. We have fairly nice tread pattern detail. No branding or anything like that. And that's going to be about that. Thanks for hanging out with me during the unboxing. I'm good to get started on this, and I will catch you on the next one. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. Also, feel free to leave comments, feedback, critique, or anything else in the comment section below. I enjoy interacting with all my viewers in the comment section and try to reply to all the comments I receive. If you want to catch future videos, please consider subscribing to my channel and make sure you click the bell notification icon so you can be notified when I upload new videos. As always, thank you for watching, keep modeling, and have a great day.